All right, everybody. Welcome to the very first video series that we have put together for our Fix and Flip course. I'm really excited to kick this off with you because this is the first module that sets the foundation for everything we're going to build throughout this course. If you've ever watched a home renovation show and thought, I could do that, or you've dreamed about taking a rundown property and turning it into something beautiful while making a solid profit, you're in the right place. By the end of this module, you'll have a clear understanding of what fix and flip investing really is, how it works, and what mindset and strategy it takes to succeed in today's market. So first, let's start simple. What exactly is a fix and flip? A fix and flip is when you buy a property that needs work, renovate it to add value, and then sell it for a profit, usually within a short period like 3 to 12 months. It's one of the most common entry points into real estate investing besides wholesaling, but we'll get to that later. Because it's very tangible. You can see the transformation and measure the results. But don't be fooled, it's not just about swinging hammers or picking paint colors. It's about numbers, systems, and strategy. The best flippers treat this like a business, analyzing deals, managing budgets, working with contractors, and knowing the local markets in and out. At a super high level, and we'll get into the details further along in the course, but in its simplest form, the flip process follows 4 stages. 1, finding the deal, which is just sourcing undervalued properties. We can get into how this happens later down the road. Number 2, financing the purchase using cash, hard money, or some other sort of partnership. Number 3 is renovating the property. Strategically improving the value is exactly what you want to do in this section. And then number 4, of course, is selling the house for a profit, which is listing, marketing, and effectively closing it. So why do investors love fix and flips? Because when done right, their returns can be huge. A good flip might earn anywhere from $25,000 to $75,000 in profit or more, all within months. You're creating forced appreciation, which means you're not waiting for the market to go up, you're adding value through your rehab work. For example, you buy a property for $200,000. You spend $50,000 to rehab it, fix it up, and then you sell it for $325,000. After costs and fees, your profit might be around $50,000. Of course, there's other little hidden fees that we'll talk about later, but at a high level, you kind of get the deal. And that is just the simple power of value creation. And that's what separates an investor from a speculator. But, and this is important, flips can also go wrong. If you underestimate repairs, overpay for a property, or misjudge the market, it could be bad, to say the least. That's why this course exists, to help you flip smart, not just flip fast. Now, before we dive into numbers and systems and later modules, let's talk about mindset, because I've seen so many people fail at flipping, not because of money, but because of mindset. Successful flippers think like business owners, not hobbyists. They understand that every property is a project with a timeline and a budget. Problems will happen, and how you respond is what counts. And lastly, your profit is made when you buy, not when you sell. Let me say that again. Your profit is made when you buy, not when you sell. If you buy wrong, no renovation can save you. So your first goal as a flipper is to become a great deal analyzer, knowing how to evaluate a property's potential value, knowing how to evaluate a property's after repair value, which is ARV, and you will hear that a lot throughout this course. So knowing how to evaluate a property's after repair value, estimate rehab costs, and calculate your own maximum allowable offer, or MAO for short. We'll cover all of that step by step in the upcoming modules. And here's something else. Don't be afraid to start small. Your first flip doesn't have to be a full gut job or a $500,000 property. Many successful investors start with a cosmetic flip, something that needs paint, flooring, fixtures, not a whole lot, especially not a caved-in foundation or a burnt-down house. You know, there's things in between to get started. And you'll learn the ropes, you'll build confidence, and grow all from there. Now, let's take a quick walk through the entire fix and flip process from start to finish. Number 1, finding the right property. You'll learn to source deals through wholesalers, MLS listings, auctions, and even direct-to-seller marketing. The key is finding undervalued homes with strong resale potential in solid neighborhoods. Number 2, analyzing the deal. Before you ever buy, you'll estimate the ARV, which is the price you can sell it for after repairs, and back out all of your costs and your desired profit. This helps you determine your MAO, which is maximum allowable offer. Number 3 is financing the deal. We'll talk about using hard money lenders, private investors, and even partnership structures to fund your flips without needing hundreds of thousands of cash. Number 4, rehab and project management. This is where the rubber meets the road. You'll learn to create scopes of work, hire and manage contractors, and keep projects on time and on budget. And lastly, number 5 is selling the property. Finally, you'll work with real estate agents or list it yourself if you are an agent, market the property, and close the sale, turning all that hard work into profits. Like I said, it's a full cycle, but once you do it successfully once or twice, you can start flipping multiple properties at once and scale into a serious business. But before we wrap up, let's clear up a few common myths I hear all the time. Myth number 1, you need to be a contractor to flip houses. No, that's false. You just need to know how to hire and manage. Myth number 2, you need hundreds of thousands of dollars to get started. It's false again. I flipped at least my first 3 houses without any money of my own cash. There are creative ways to fund deals using private or hard money as well. And myth number 3, every flip makes money. Not true at all. Success depends on your numbers, your team, and your systems, not luck. Remember, it is when you buy the property is when you make the most instead of selling it. So now that you know what fix and flips are at a high level and how it works and what kind of mindset it takes to win in this game, in the next module, we'll dive into how to find and evaluate the best deals, because that's truly where your profit begins. We'll look at how to find distressed properties, what metrics to track, and how to analyze a deal using real examples. Whether you're starting from zero or already have a few deals under your belt, this course is going to give you the systems and confidence to make flipping a profitable business. So take a moment to download whatever we have in there for you to review. Check the key takeaways, and I will see you in the next module.